Hello, welcome to Tetris Tuesdays at 10:06. If you saw the chat, Weird Al tickets went on sale. He's doing, in fact, if you're really up to date, you can go get a pre-sale code. I don't think they really go on sale for a few days, but it's not hard to get a code for quote-unquote pre-sale or whatever is going on right now. Doesn't make the tickets any cheaper. Let's put it that way. But the venue was cool, and who knows when you'll ever get the chance again, right? That's my motto. Also, when it comes to Tetris, who knows when you'll ever get the chance again, especially this week with yet another SuperLite series. So last week, in preparing for this game we're going to play this week, I realized that I didn't play, somehow skipped, I still don't know how, the SuperLite 1500 series Tetris that came out for PS1. Developed by Success is the name, which if you saw last week, they're still out there, I believe. I found a website that appears to be theirs, although it doesn't necessarily surface 30-year-old Tetris games. Well, I guess we're not 30-year-old Tetris games. We're under 30-year-old Tetris games at this point in the series. So you can go back and check that out. Nothing too totally remarkable, I'd say, with that developer. You know, I couldn't find any cool nuggets or anything, although it looks like they have plenty of games and eye-catching games at that. So the one thing I can say I liked about that Tetris game we played last week, the 1500 series, was that the menus were quite nice, or at least the initial menu. If I ever start another YouTube channel, which why would I ever, right? As I currently run 3, it's going to be just video game menu screens. That's all it is, and intros, and then that's it. No gameplay or anything. It's a great idea, and it probably already exists, actually. So they did another game for the PlayStation 2, and while it is within the SuperLite series, this time SuperLite 2000, this is a Japanese-only release, and I want to say maybe the SuperLite series of games, some of which are not Tetris games, only came out in Japan. Shouldn't make things up on camera that I'm not sure about. This one, it's more commonly known as Tetris Kiwamemichi, apparently, which I did try to look up. I feel like I've heard Kiwame as a name before, but I couldn't find a straight-up one-to-one definition for Kiwamemichi. So maybe it is a name, because that's sometimes how that will work as well. But doesn't describe necessarily what you're going to see in the game, other than we're looking at more than one mode, like last week. And we're going to do it on the, what is this guy called? So tickets went on sale for Weird Al right when I usually start recording. So I've mostly gone through the settings yesterday evening, before midnight even, but haven't done so today at all because I just barely booted this stuff up after buying those tickets. So bear with me if this doesn't look immediately correct. We're going to find out. I was also having some issues with my hub, which I think is the thing that was really like Xing out the camera sometimes. So anyway, technical, what is it when it's not a difficulty? Technical easiness. PCSX2. All right, now we're talking. Yes, that's how we're going to emulate this today. And I forgot, I have a DualShock 3. Who knew? I have a DualShock 4 because I actually have a PS4, but I never had a PS3. I could just be using my DualShock 4 actually right now that I think about it. But PS3, I feel like PlayStation was a little bit friendlier with the USB connectivity. and this PlayStation emulator seems to think so. So why that's important, it's not, but I will be able to, when I hit the circle button, it will look like a circle button, so I'm excited. And I think that's all the important stuff. Oh, I also haven't balanced the audio, so we're really going to see how this goes. I think it's good. I think what happened last week was that I set it up for this game, so all the settings should be for this game, and then I switched games after midnight that time, so these should be the same correct settings, right? Let's give it a shot. Oh. Got a bit of an intro, so I'll shut up. All right, controller is working.
THQ.
It's in the game. Oh no, that's... I swear it's not far off though. These are the blocks. Not bad, right? I mean, the intro is kind of its time, but I'll take this screen right here any day. Video 1 for my new YouTube channel. Okay, so I have here, shout out to TetrisConcept.net and their Gaijin's Guide to Tetris Kiwamemichi, which I'm going to use to parse out the menus here a little bit. These ones, although they're kind of explanatory. This is multiplayer, which we won't be able to do. Yet another multiplayer, which we won't be able to do. And, oh gosh, maybe this isn't that explanatory. I don't know what that is. That's leaderboards, which I am, of course, not featured on and may never be. This is the Tetris game. And then we've got several different modes. We will start off with just plain old, see how it handles Tetris, but we do have here Target, which the player must clear a set of garbage lines with blue gems in them. So it's actually similar to Flashpoint, which I think has happened before also. Hotline we did with, was it some versions of Tetris World where we ran into that first, I think? That's where it has several different lines and you score differently based on where you do the lines, and if you get lines at the highest possible, you will progress or score the highest, which for some reason this is the one mode not explained right here. Oh, you know what? There are two versions of Kiwamemichi. This was the first that came out, but I guess an arcade version of this Tetris came out after the PlayStation 2. I think in the next year, not far off, but since this came out in December, that one came out in 2004. It doesn't look like they're appreciably different, so I don't think I'm going to be playing, although there is a mode in the arcade version that doesn't appear in the PS2 version. Also, it's tuned to an arcade more, so, you know, like, so it'll eat your quarters a little bit more. Oh, there it is, Hotline. The player must clear lines inside a set of highlighted rows to complete a stage. Right, okay. Level Star. So this I feel like we haven't quite seen before. The player must clear a set number of lines within a certain time period. The line goal increases per level. I mean, I guess it's kind of... it is similar to things we have seen before. Okay, I'm going to walk that back, but we haven't seen it for a while. And then battle mode and co-op play would have been the other ones that we saw before. Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, let's go with normal so far. I do like this emulator because it's sharpened up the graphics for us somewhat. Oh, and we're back to, oh, what's the hold button going to be? It's going to be that one right there. We're back to guideline Tetris. So, oh, that's not what I thought it was. But yes, between the game and or the emulation, I guess I'm never sure. There's no lag. This is as quick a Tetris has ever been. The controller is, I have a love-hate relationship with the DualShock. I know I'm probably in the minority. I feel like people get along with the DualShock just fine in most of its iterations. I have heard the DualShock 3 is probably the worst of the bunch. The triggers are quite squishy. I don't even know what type of, like, what would that be? An actuator they have put in here. Because, yeah, it's just Squish City, as the kids probably say. I don't know. One day my daughter's gonna go back and watch these and just so cringe. I like how even saying something is cringe. Feels cringe. Oh boy. I don't know where this is gonna cap out at though. I don't know what the level limit is on this one. I don't mind the design at all. Speaking of, like, the game feels great and snappy and all that, but also it doesn't look horrible either. I feel like I'm kind of a sucker, and have been. This has probably been a theme since I started doing this series. No, not that. Let's see if I can fix that. No, not with that I can't. Not that either. That? No. Okay, here we go. There's a cube. Square piece coming up. Boy, this is not looking terribly pretty. We are back into guideline Tetris though, so I can probably infinite spin my way to victory, right? Okay. Did read there's some strange bits to this though, as far as a guideline Tetris goes. Like, there's some slight rotation differences. Which I should probably look up now while I can, because pretty soon I'm not going to be able to look away from this screen at all. Nope, I already messed that up. No, actually this does have SRS. What am I thinking about? Shy in the chat, very appropriately asking, what is this? Tetris Kiwamemichi, which I feel like has all of the hallmarks of kind of a one-off, which I guess maybe it is. It kind of looks like a PlayStation Hits Tetris is what it is. Like maybe that's just because of the SuperLite series moniker, but it feels like a Tetris that sold well and they put out again, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. T-spin, please. Oh, did I miss one? I may have, didn't I? I would believe you. If you told me I left a T-spin laying on the table, it's the most believable thing you could tell me. Although, I'm like, okay, here's my T-spin progress. Are you ready? I'm better at recognizing them. I'm not better yet at setting them up. Like, if there's a spot that would benefit from having, you know, a T-spin set up in there, it's still a little bit beyond my cognizance, you could say. But when they happen, like when I accidentally set them up, I'm getting better at taking advantage of that. Lots of airplanes outside my house right now. Apologies if you can hear those. Okay, it might not be the triggers that are the only things that are squishy on this DualShock. I feel like I'm running into issues trying to move the pieces with the D-pad also. I've used a DualShock 4 on my PS4. That is honestly it. So is this something the DualShock? Wow, that felt like that sped up quick. Oh wow, there's a weird spawn delay that I hadn't noticed yet. It really hangs in the air there for a second. Okay, here we go. Infinite spin. Yep, we got it. Yeah, that's pretty useful when it comes to getting the piece across the screen. Feels new too. I feel like we haven't been seeing that in any other Tetris game so far. Uh-oh. Wow. Not really what I was going for there. It's gotta be, I mean, it's guideline, so it's probably a 7-bag. I just realized I've been neglecting the hold almost entirely and haven't even really noticed all that much, so. Tell you what else we can test out right now. The pause button. Shy, whatever. What's so special about this game? No perfect clear setup. Oh no, did I miss a perfect clear setup too? Boy, again, this is only an exercise in frustration for Shy. Hey look, see, look, I accidentally, by misdropping, set up a T-spin that I'm recognizing. There it is, I did it, see? That's progress. Oops, that had not locked in yet. Ah, that is not progress. That was... Let's, should I? Maybe not, hold on. I was gonna say, let's see how long I can infinite spin for. Oh, is that the warning sound? Oh, infinite spin, but no climb. Is it truly infinite, though? Looks like it. Alright, let's put that there and hope I don't die. Nope, there it was. Kind of wasn't expecting. Hooey boy! Should I try? Let's do plus, equal sign. I'm sure that the actual kanji. Oh, these look like they might be letters down here. Here we go. 1. There it is. That's my name. I probably just did a swear word. Alright, so that's the main mode. Feels good, zippy. I don't know if it tops out. Actually, let me see. I'm not going to try again, but hey, what the heck, might as well. Scoring, base score, level before clear, lines cleared, black to blah, 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 blah. Back-to-back bonus is 1.5, okay. So back-to-back would be a high score attack, maybe. Base score is identical to the Nintendo NES Tetris base scores. Oh, okay. That's fun. I like that. Why mess with perfection? In all cases, the maximum score per clear is capped at 100,000 points. This means there is a maximum score per line, and the optimal line clear changes. Okay. On the PS2 version, all scoring is reduced to 1/10 of its arcade equivalent, with the cap still remaining at 100,000 points. This means that Tetrises are optimal for far longer in the arcade version. Imagine that. Okay, Chain Colors is the mode that's only available in the arcade version. All right. So I'm going to guess that's replay. There's 3 options, though. How confusing is that? Okay, maybe this one is... This one's go back to... main? Go back to submenu. Okay, whatever, that works too. Target Tetris. Player must clear a set of garbage lines with blue gems in them. Oh yeah, this is the Flashpoint one. Does this have Cascade? Let's find out if this has Cascade mechanics. Something I feel like I'm warming up to over time. Any experience with this particular Tetris, Shy? Nope. Well, I'm sure after this, you'll go check it out. It's not bad. Hey, we've played worse Tetrises. Am I right? Come on. This is not the worst. I wouldn't even say this is a bad Tetris. And it certainly has more modes than last week's SuperLite series game. So this will be a far more varied stream at the very least. And again, it feels good. Like, there's no lag. I guess I don't know if this is how it played on actual hardware, but it feels nice and zippy right now. Okay, so yeah, we're just clearing the gems. That's what we're looking at. Ooh, was that... Why am I thinking about... Is that a mode for Card Captor? That sounds like something I got into when we were doing the Card Captor stuff. There we go. That was a good one. Probably. Trying to think about what would not... There we go. Yeah, okay. There's a puzzle aspect to this. There's something else. Trying to figure out how to not make life worse for myself. I wonder if it's programmed. Like if I'm gonna get the same pieces for each puzzle every time. Yeah, see, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, actually, that kind of works. Again, I can hold the piece. I keep telling myself that. Definitely a better way to do this one. See, now if they had the card captor thing where there was an overall time limit that I needed to do this in, for some reason that would be more interesting to me. You know, the background's kind of, like, I don't hate it. It's got a really weird liquid PS2 graphical thing about it. Also, there's no advantage to Tetrising at all, really, in this mode, I don't think. I just want to get down as quick as possible. I kind of don't hate the music either. It seems like it's really backgroundy, you know? Like, I don't know. I would be curious who the composer is. And if it was a musician's computer or not. Kind of working for me in a strange way. Yeah, see, that time I felt like I hard dropped and it didn't respond, so. I'm gonna chalk that up to the controller, honestly, because it feels pretty zippy otherwise. I mean, I'm probably the wrong guy to ask. I don't have a lot of experience with the PS5 DualShock 5, is it? But never been a huge fan of the PlayStation controllers. Oh, should have actually, yeah. Nope. Nope. Okay, this is just definitely not doing the optimal thing with this round. It's really making things annoying for me because I just keep leveling up.
30 seconds.
30 seconds? Oh, for what? Also, who said that? Oh, maybe, do I have an overall time limit? Oh, no, it resets every stage. Okay. Was that only 3 minutes, that last level? Felt like forever. Nope, there we go. That didn't really help anything. Weird. Oh, go over there. That's what I really wanted. Somebody said something again. There's a voice hook. Can't tell what they're saying. Okay, here we go. No, almost. Okay, alright. There we go. The backgrounds remind me a lot of DTET. You might have to spell that one out for me. DTET. It does sound like something I should know. No, go over there. Go over there. What are you doing? Go, yeah, there you go. Again, no real advantage to doing a Tetris, but... No, not at all! No problem, that's what the person says. Look at that, an eye spin! Can I do that again? No, I cannot. Oh boy, this is not... Notice I keep doing that on Tetris 99 also, once the speed starts going, because there's a lock delay, right? But I find myself waiting too long. It'll lock itself up before I'm able to spam my way through infinite spin. Nope, not really. What if you went all the way over there? Nope, okay. What about this time? Nope, still no. Oh, extra no, in fact. No, this is not ideal. Wonder if I can do that? I can do that. Not looking good. Oh, too high on that. Uh-oh, yes, no. Yes, I choose yes. Oh, continue? Speed down? No, I don't think we continued. Not strictly, anyway. Anyway. Still digging that background, that kaleidoscopic background. Speaking of DTET, it's a fan game. Oh, okay, nothing official. Well, we'll get there. That eyepiece could go there if you rotated it the other way. Oh, really? Is that what it... rotating the other way, you say? Interesting. I'll have to try that sometime ever. You should also play TGM4. You restarted. Oh. Oh. Shy, can you read Japanese? Am I looking to the wrong guide here? I guess I wasn't sure in what way, like if it restarted back to like just, okay, no. I wasn't sure if it restarted like completely as if I had started a new game, or if it saved some, you know, like started me at a higher garbage level, but back to the same speed or something like that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that was Target, which I actually quite enjoyed. Let's do Hotline. Why not? We know what it is. I want to see maybe if the music or the background changes. Hey, look at that. Oh, wait a second. This might be slightly different. Let's try to... Okay, yeah. Alright, let's actually restart this then. So this one's a little different. Oh, okay. They do the stage clear thing. Hey, I kind of like that better for Hotline. Yeah, this is a way better version of Hotline for my money. The other one was kind of like you just built up as high as you could. And you were basically just trying to work at the top of the screen the whole time, which is like the thing you don't want in every other Tetris game. So I guess if I was really into it, I could do this to get up there first, and then start building here. Yeah, see? This is something. I'm into this. I've seen this in TGM Ace missions. Oh, interesting. So this is how, yeah, this is kind of a mission-based Hotline. It forces me to figure out new and exciting ways to Tetris. Bottom up might be the way to go. That's... Yeah, I think clearing the lines on, yeah, from the bottom up is probably the way. Shy in the chat, I had to endure a lot of conversations today. Aw, man, Shy. I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh, I wonder if I can just clear them all at once. Right? That's effective. I hope they were productive conversations. Were they work conversations or personal conversations? Because there's a degree. Why did I wasn't ready for that. Shouldn't have done that yet. There should be a T-spin where I can like shove it under here, just right there. Ended up not being too bad. Because Uma Musume, Pretty Derby, got nominated for Mobile Game of the Year or something. Dude was freaking out. I saw the nominations dropped. Are you talking about for the Video Game Awards? I saw the nominations dropped, but I haven't dug into them too much. Yeah, okay. I used to go to that every year. In fact, I've been to most of them still. Last year was the only year I didn't go. I actually don't know what the actual explanation is. My my credit card or my IP keeps getting flagged. Because ticket sellers, ticket vendors like Ticketmaster, or up here we got TicketWeb, and what's the other one? There's one more I'm not thinking of. If you even think about using a VPN to buy a ticket, this is my theory, because I've called the vendors, I've called the venues, and nobody wants to tell me the actual reason. So my theory is that I used a VPN, tried to use a VPN to buy a ticket, and they're either averse because they're like every other corporation that wants my information. If they can't get it, they don't really care if they get my business even. Or, and this is the more defensible version of the story, they have an issue with bots and scalpers and all that, which, sure, there's third-party ticket sites out there that they're probably trying to stymie as well. But why that punishes any privacy-minded individuals is beyond me, other than, again, they don't care. So anyway, I tried to buy Game Awards tickets last year. I was going to take my daughter even, and I got flagged. And no matter who I talked to, I couldn't get the tickets, and finally I just got so mad that I was like, fine, I guess I'm not going this year. And honestly, that's translated to this year. I didn't feel any sense of urgency to get any more tickets and attend that event. So it's unfortunate, but that's how it went, I guess. Shy, I wish our votes actually meant something. The reason is money. Big corpo needs your info and will sell for big bucks. Yep, essentially right, yeah. Wait, aren't they scalpers themselves? Corporations? In like the worst possible definition, yes, they are scalpers. But there's also like, there's third-party sites. Like, you got to be careful about these now. In fact, I've seen if you search for tickets for a certain event, sometimes those sites are the ones that'll come up first, and you have to be like, wait, am I actually buying from the, you know, just go to the band or the event site and click on whatever official link they give you, and that'll take you to wherever they're actually selling the tickets. So yes, that's an issue, but again, punishing the consumer probably isn't the way to go on that one. I guess those are what I'm considering like actual bot scalpers rather than corporations that will financially scalp you in the most violent way possible. I'm not really doing a very good job at paying attention. Okay, guys, got to do the high level here. Here we go. Okay. No ticket vendors like Ticketmaster. Oh yeah, you make another good point. Ticketmaster. I mean, Ticketmaster's the worst. That's like, I guess we might as well talk about the absolute offender. But yeah, they a little while ago, it used to be they were more invested in making sure you couldn't get rid of your tickets at all, no matter what. You know, like they were fighting scalpers tooth and nail and scalping, period. But then they started introducing their own scalping methods, essentially, where you can, although it still seems rigged, because I tried to use it at one point. I had some extra tickets to Devo, which were like 200 a pop anyway. I had one extra ticket to Devo, which was 200 a pop. So I was like, okay, I'll use your official sell my ticket for me thing to Devo, which sold out. So it's not like the demand wasn't there, and I never got one message or tickle or whatever. So it still seems rigged, but yes, Ticketmaster will also very happily scalp you their own tickets as well. Anyway, a little bit bummed that I wasn't going to the Game Awards this year, but they also like that event was never like they will take your money. They don't mind if you go to the show, but it's almost like an afterthought. I mean, it's a great show. I want to say I talked to Keely at PAX one year because I was curious who did the production design, because it is always amazing. Like, it looks good on screen, but man, it looks even better in person. I hate to be that guy, but it really does. And he said that it's the same people that do the Oscars, pretty much. I don't know if it's, you know, straight up the same team, but the same company at least, I think he said. So, I mean, it's phenomenal production design. And the show itself is always enjoyable. They have at least one band. It's the only way I will probably ever have seen Green Day in my lifetime, because they came and played one of the shows. The tickets for Green Day are expensive. Let's put it that way. And they did Welcome to Paradise, which is probably one of the ones I would have liked. Like, I don't think I bought any other album except Dookie. I'm not hating. That was just who I was. Anyway, so yeah. Didn't think we'd be talking about Green Day right now. I can go there. Okay, let's let me shut up and try to get this level down. Did I answer all the questions? Did we talk about everything we were talking about? Oh yes, the actual nominations. Yeah, I gotta check those out still. I did look at the Game of the Year nominations, and to give you any idea of where I'm at with gaming nowadays, there were a few on there that I straight up, I think, had never heard of before. So I'm not as plugged in as I used to be, certainly. And I didn't even look at the mobile. 30 seconds? Oh boy, okay, this is where the time limit comes in. Should have been paying attention. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. I don't think it's going to happen today, computer. See, that right there, I just made my life harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4... We get the idea. That's my favorite version of Hotline yet. Easily. So, I'm going to say that's asking if I want to retry. I'm going to say no. On the leaderboards again. I forget what my name was. It was like plus equals multiplication 1. No, that's it. Okay. I wish our votes didn't... Oh, that's right. You did mention that too. I wish our votes didn't account for only 10% of the score, while judges have 90%, so they aren't beating the nepotism allegations. Yeah, welcome to awards shows to some extent. For a... I don't know if they ever pushed this, but for a show that, you know, was very much trying to be kind of the Academy Awards of gaming, and not necessarily in the prestige way, maybe, because they were never afraid of, you know, keeping a lighter tone. Academy Awards are always very serious, despite the comedy. They've become kind of the de facto awards show for games, right? Popularly speaking, let's say, you know, I would say it's, although there are a lot of developers there, I don't know if it's quite as prestigious as a DICE or, you know, GDC Developer Award type stuff. Okay, level star. The player must clear a set number of lines within a certain time period. The line goal increases per level. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they've, generally speaking, really focused on the level clear aspect of gameplay here, which again, I'm liking, so. 4 lines, is that the goal for this one? Am I reading that correctly? I wonder if there's any I don't think there would be... Oh, maybe not. Or did it just... Oh, so there's no, like it doesn't stop to say level cleared, basically. It just automatically progressed me, I think is what happened. Yeah. I don't mind that. That kind of makes it just feel like a normal Tetris game, though. So, I don't know. Ah, should have put that right there. This might be my favorite song yet, actually. It's doing some weird stuff with voice modulation or something. Huh. There's not really anything I can put there, is there? No, I'm just gonna do that. I've gotten into this bad habit of when I do the dailies on Tetris 99, because there's always one for... Have I talked about this already? Oh boy, now I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm in the habit of... Because there's always one for Marathon, there's one for CPU Battle, and then there's one for actual Tetris 99 against real human beings. And since Marathon is just Marathon every single time, regardless of the daily it wants me to do, I find myself trying to get through... Because the Tetris 99 Marathon is done at 150 lines. There's a 999 line mode too, which I played exactly one time because it takes exactly as long as you think it would. But for the normal one, I find myself trying to complete the mode using back-to-backs only, so using only Tetrises. And have not succeeded, but gotten pretty darn close, actually. Gotten? Is that a word? Okay, here we go. Back to... Shy in the chat. Who knows how many awards would Expedition 33 and Silk Song would win if votes actually mattered. Yeah, that is true. Probably all of them, honestly. But yeah, that is, largely speaking, every awards show. That is also how the Oscars are run. They're obviously mostly decided by the Academy, as people say. But if games are different than movies in any way, that's the big one, right? Player matters a little bit more, a lot of bit more. So it would make sense that they take into account the player vote a little bit more seriously. Oh, that was actually a good piece to put right there. See? Should have done that. It's not... Sometimes this D-pad does not register. I don't remember who gave me this DualShock 3 either, so, I mean, there's a chance that it's just a old bad DualShock also. I have no idea where it came from. At some point you become the video game guy, and when people have extra video game things, they turn to you. Which is good. It's a good problem to have. I got a I was gonna say I got a PS4 that way, but that was slightly different. I used to do a video game podcast with longtime friend Matt Amberg, and he actually won a PS4. Now I can't remember why, for something, but he already had one. So he's like, "Hey, do you want this PS4?" And I said, "Yes, I want this PS4." And that's how I got a PS4. Still don't have a PS5. Just waiting for him to win one. Or for some other miracle to happen that I can afford however much they cost now, which would be a miracle. So they probably raised the price as I'm speaking. Didn't really need to do that, did I? The spawn delay, like how it hangs, is feels even cheaper than normal, but I really appreciate it. It's actually giving me everything I need to actually get the piece to where I want to put it a lot of the time. Whoa, that was not something I meant to do. I'm also getting slightly better at, although this isn't useful in every mode, playing the piece where it lays, you know? Especially when it comes to speed-based game modes, like if you can just put the piece down where it spawns, which takes some guts, you know, like I'm also the guy that will sit there and over-rotate the piece just to make sure it's in the right spot, you know, like it's breaking me of that habit pretty handily. Nope. That one was all my fault. All right, we're back. I would like it if you went over farther. Okay. There are limits to the infinite spin. Like whatever that was. Ah, I couldn't get over there in time. "44 lines. Oh boy, let's do that. Oh. I also keep looking 2 pieces ahead. That's the downside to all these, like... When did that start? It started giving me, like, access to too many next pieces in a row. My brain can only handle so many. Some would argue it can't handle 1. How many next pieces is useful to you, Shy? Like, how far ahead are you looking? I feel like at some point it's just white noise, but probably not for somebody that knows what they're doing. Oh no, go! Oh. Okay, there you go. Jeez. Why was that so hard? Nope, not really any spot for that. Yeah. I do kind of wish every Tetris game had a finite number of lines. Like, you get to 150, you did it. That is game over for this particular mode. Especially if it's guideline Tetris. Especially if we're talking about infinite spin. Just put us out of our misery at some point. No, actually, yeah, okay, fine. There we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, not sure why that happened. Oh, there is a spot for that. Get all the way over. No? Okay, fine, I'll do that. Well, gee. There we go. Especially if it comes to a mode like this, where it's just like you're clearing a certain amount of lines to progress the level. Just end it somewhere. No. Like right here. There needs to be some amount of respect for the people that can't stop playing a Tetris game. Help us. Give us something official that forces us to stop playing a Tetris game. Ooh, boy, 30 seconds. Until... Okay, yeah, now we're getting to actual time limits on our level progression. Oh, what? What is... 6 lines to go. Might actually be an issue.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 2 lines to go. Okay, well, see, that was something. I kind of wish that would have happened sooner, and I would have had to fight the clock a little bit earlier on. Shy, gonna leave for now. Have a good one, Shy. Enjoy the Game Awards. What are we looking at anyway? An hour 7. I changed my name to Neo. I think we got them all, right? Yeah. Target. I like this version of Hotline better than any other version of Hotline. Target. Oh, right, yeah, that was cool. Again, I dig the level clear philosophy, even though with actual level star, it appears they went against that. Because isn't that just, like, how is that different than Marathon in a way? I guess the line requirement's different. Okay. Again, not really sure of that. How far can we level up with this thing? 20. What about... Okay, Marathon, level 20. Let's see what happens when we get to 21. See if we get any sort of end screen. This is true 20G, right? Not really sure where to go with that one. This is not going to be good. Nope. Oh, I do have a time limit on this as well. There it is. Knew there was a spin in there somewhere. Nope, that's not the piece I thought it was. Nope, not really where I was going. Oh, that's even worse. Guess we're playing at this level now. Oh boy. Okay, we're back. What, did the timer reset? Did I make it to the next level then? It did reset. Where does it say? It still says I'm on level 20 though. So it might not progress past 20. Got more time again though. So not really the plays I'm looking for. Wasn't sure it would let me do that for a second. Oh no, again, not really. I don't know why I did that at all. That one was my fault. Oh, no. Oh, come on. There you go. We can do this. We can come back. Oh boy, I don't know about that piece. Probably just do that. Okay, alright. Let's make something out of this. No! This is exactly what happens to me in Tetris 99, too. So close. One misdrop. That's all it takes. Nope, nope, no, over there. There you go. Oh, actually, yeah, that would have been better. High-level Tetris play is a series of compromises. For instance, my skill level isn't good enough, so I compromise. Oh, that was... Almost messed that one up. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, see, I just buried where I needed to go. Still alive, though, by the grace of infinite spin. And that timer is very high. I don't think I'm in any danger of the timer running out, whatever that means. Whoa, luckily that worked out. I'm trying to hard drop a piece, and it's like it's already locked in. And I end up hard dropping the next piece instead. No, go over there. Not gonna happen, is it? Wow, you don't even want to go over there. Kind of trying to do something a little different there, but... We're back! We're back. Okay, I think I just did this to see if there was any additional levels, and it really looks like there isn't. Again, there should be some sort of soft stop for those of us that can't. Excellent. Let's see what happens if I do this. That does not change my name into anything. Interesting feature. All right. I'm going to say that's back to main. Yeah, maybe. Still not sure what the smiling Tetris block is there, but... That's Tetris Kiwamemichi. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thanks to Shy. Thanks to anybody that poked their head in. Seems like there may have been one or two others. What can I say? The life of a YouTube streamer to some extent. This should probably be on Twitch. Who wants to do that? Who wants to stream to more than one platform? Sounds confusing. Next week, we're not done with 2003. We still have left Mina no Soft series, Tetris Advance, another Japanese-only release, also by THQ, who was doing the licensing at that point. Oh, this is the one that's nearly SRS, Super Rotation. So that would have been what I was thinking of before. So anyway, that'll be next week. This week, there should be an episode on cinematic for Iron Monkey dropping on Friday. Last Friday, I did a Ryan Rambles, which is kind of just exactly what it sounds like, an episode of where I spoke exclusively about live music that I had been to in 2025 and beyond, because a bunch of memories came back from the 30 plus years I've been doing that. And it was I ended up working way too long on it, put way too much of my heart and soul into it. So go check it out and see if there's any bands there that tickle your fancy, might bring back some memories. Anywho, that's the channel for this week. Thanks for hanging out. As always, you can find me on the socials and Patreon and Ko-Fi if you got a few bucks and you want to help this be a little bit more sustainable than it is. But yes, the important thing is thank you. So see you guys next week.